500 has become something of a fashion icon ever since it was reincarnated. Sort of anybody who fancied a bit of style in a small car, the Fiat 500 sort of become the default choice. This is the Fiat 500X and it hopes to replicate that recipe only on a larger scale. It certainly has that 500 DNA with its big round headlights, nice little chrome detailing, and of course the overall proportions of a Fiat 500. I have to say the transferal of this design language has actually worked really well on the car. I think it looks really good. I think it's modern, a bit chic, and it's exactly what the sort of buyer for a compact SUV who wants that little bit of style, that's the sort of thing they're looking for. You can buy the Fiat 500X in one of two looks, or that's what Fiat call them. You have the city look and the off-road look. This is the off-road look, so it has some slightly stockier detailing to it, 18-inch alloy wheels, brush guards and the like. It's also finished in this rather unique bronze colour. Obviously, being a larger car, the 500X offers more practicality than its smaller sibling. There's actually loads of space in here for the sort of car that it is. Rear occupants certainly won't struggle for head or leg room, and there's actually a nice low transmission tunnel, meaning that the middle passenger won't be fighting for space all of the time. Back in the front, it's nice, light and airy, there's lots of glass around, and the centre console is dominated by this touchscreen infotainment system, the Uconnect system from Fiat. Now, that's quite easy to use and it offers all of your infotainment, but I do think it might benefit from a slightly faster processor, just so it reacts a little bit quicker when loading up, well, processor-intensive apps. But on the whole, it actually works really well. Now, this is the top spec Cross Plus model, and so it has just about everything, including the dual zone climate control down here. It's got these really nice, quite supportive seats, but again, styles of importance. So they're half leather, half fabric seats, all embroidered with the 500 logo. They look really good, and they're actually quite good on long journeys, quite comfortable. Sticking with the style element, you've also got 500 logos on the dashboard, which is quite sculpted and finished in this grey. It's a really interesting place to be, the interior. It's not just sort of your, bog standard plastic piece of boringness. It's really quite stylised. For those who are a fan of their brands, the interior of this top specification car is optioned with Beats audio, which actually provides a pretty good sound system to the car. The boot is a useful 245 litres, though that isn't the biggest in the class. This Fiat 500X is powered by a 1.6 litre diesel engine, which produces 118 brake horsepower and a fairly useful 320 newton meters of torque. That's connected to a 6-speed manual transmission that powers the front wheels. Now, there is an all-wheel drive version of the 500X for those who want that extra bit of reassurance when the weather starts getting bad. But much like the Peugeot 2008, this 500X with front-wheel drive has a system called Traction Plus. It's a 3-mode system which enables the car to change its characteristics. So in normal mode, the car goes about its business. It's geared primarily towards efficiency. If you click it over one, you get Sport mode, which increases throttle response and weights up the steering. And I have to say, in this mode, the 500X is pretty good fun to drive for the sort of car that it is. It's got loads of grip, the added weight to the steering definitely gives it some precision, and there's plenty of grip on offer. But then there's also traction mode, which is a computer system which helps decipher how much power to send to each one of those front wheels. On the motorway, the torque from this diesel engine certainly comes in handy, and whilst the engine can be a little bit mumbly and grumbly at lower speeds, it sort of smooths out at higher speeds where there's not too much wind or road noise at all. I will say the ride is a tad firm in this car, but the trade-off again is for slightly better lateral body motions through faster corners. Fiat claim that the 500X will do 68 mpg and emit just 109 grams per kilometre of CO2. If you fancy a high-riding Fiat 500, then the 500X starts from £14,295. I rather like it. I think it's a pretty good, quite competent package, and it's all tied up in this neat, stylish bow. I think there's certainly appeal for such a car.
Thanks very much for watching, and let us know what you think in the comments below. Please subscribe for more on the latest and greatest cars to hit the road. For all of the latest automotive news, written reviews and coverage from motor shows, go to www.insidelane.co.uk.